record on this computer. Okay, we are recording now. So let's start with pictures for today, but you're welcome to tell me about something else that you would like to retell or discuss, any book, any film. As always, it's completely up to you, yeah? And we'll just do a little bit for each student and then move on each time, yeah? Okay, Snehal, you are first on the list today. You are right at the top, and then we'll do Romelia afterwards because I can see both of you, and I tend to just do whoever I can see first. And so we'll start with Snehal, and then we'll go on to Romelia. And I'll share my screen 1 second. Here it comes. Here are the Bidstrip pictures, and I have put them in the grammar shed about 30 minutes ago. So you can download all of these pictures. You can download the whole book if you want to use them. I know we have a few teachers here as well, and I think they're great fun in classes. It was another teacher that sent them to me as well. And so, yeah, if anybody wants to use them, of course, they are really good. They're quite old, so I don't think, well, I don't know if they're still under copyright or not, but I assume not. They're really quite old. So would you like to do pictures today, Snehal, or what would you...
Yeah. I'll go with the pictures.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this is the next one. Yeah. What can you see?
The child is smoking a cigar.
Excellent. Excellent. What do you think he's asking for?
And the elderly man he's asking why the boy is smoking cigars.
Good.
Maybe he's trying to say that it's not good to smoke cigars at that age.
Excellent.
And then
maybe not at any age.
He's trying to explain the evil effects of...
Go on,
yeah, maybe. Yeah. The man is trying to explain to the boy about the evil effects of smoking.
Good. He's trying to explain to the boy. Make sure it's always explained to. Yeah. He's explaining to the boy.
Okay, good. Explain to the boy.
It always explain to somebody. I'm not sure if you put it in or not. Sometimes I miss it. But yeah, he's explaining this to the boy.
Yeah. And then the boy maybe is pondering what the man has just said. Yeah, in the picture we see even the death symbol. I mean, the cemetery.
Yeah, skull and crossbones, we often say, like on a pirate's flag. Yeah, skull and crossbones.
Yeah. Skull and, okay. Yeah. And then in the picture, in the next picture, maybe the cemetery. I mean, the boy is, visualizing the evil effects, like he's going to die if he smokes.
Good. What does he do? How does he react? What can you see in this picture, for example?
The boy throws down the cigar.
Good.
Maybe he's...
Good, yeah. He throws the cigar down. Okay, he throws the cigar down.
And maybe he's considering what, maybe he has considered what the man has said.
Good, okay. And what's he doing? You can see the tears.
Yeah, he's crying.
He's crying, yeah. A good expression here is he bursts into tears. Yeah, he bursts into tears. We just use it very often. Same with burst out laughing. It's always out with laughing, burst out laughing, or burst into laughter. It depends which word you use.
Sorry, Dave. Weep out.
Sorry, Romelia?
Can we say instead of crying, weep or weep out?
We can say weeping as well. We can. Excellent. Certainly, we can say weeping as well. Weeping is quite literary, just to warn you. It's a kind of verb which you very often see in literature, like reproach and rebuke we had last time. They're great words. They are great words, but I want to warn you that we don't usually say it in conversation, in speech. But sorry, Snehal, back to the story.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. And then, yeah, the boy is, going with the man. The man is taking the boy with him.
Good. And what's he doing? Can you see? What's he doing?
The man, maybe he's desirous of having that cigar.
He wants the cigar. He's got his eye on the cigar.
Yeah.
So now you see his true motive. Yes, why he was telling the boy that it was such a terrible thing to smoke a cigar. Good.
It's irresistible. A cigar.
It's irresistible.
A cigar seems to be.
Good.
And the man is back to the cigar after sending the boy away. Maybe.
Yeah, that's the man who sent the boy away. It's the bigger man. He
Yeah.
seems quite broad-shouldered and a little bit bigger than this.
Yeah,
This is
that
another
man
man.
was lean. Yeah, this is another man. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He saw the cigar and
Uh-huh.
he took the cigar before the man could see. I mean, the fat man could take it.
Excellent. So he is the
Yeah.
lucky one. What do we call somebody? It's quite a useful word here, or you hear it very often. What do we call somebody who preaches one thing but does the opposite? You know, who tries.
Hypocrite?
Good, excellent. Hypocrite, exactly. Hypocrite is the person. Oh, wait, sorry, I've missed the P. Hypocrite is the man, and hypocrisy is the action. You know, it's still a noun, but it's what we call the thing itself. It's hypocrisy. And yeah, he is a hypocrite, and the adjective is hypocritical. And notice that the stress does change. Hypocrite, hypocritical, but hypocrisy. And so the stress does change with that, with the top one. The stress is on the O, hypocrisy, but hypocrite, hypocritical. Okay, excellent. I think we'll have everybody do 2. So please continue on to the next one. We've got this little boy here.
Shall I go on? Or?
Yeah, keep going. You can do 2 and then we'll go on to the next student. We'll do 2 each. I think that seemed to work well last time.
Okay. So he's a toddler. He's trying to pull the tablecloth off the table.
Good, excellent.
And while pulling the tablecloth, he just, the dish on the table fell off.
Good, excellent. Yeah, the dish, I think it's even bigger than a dish. It's maybe how do we call that one?
Cauldron.
Cauldron is very big. It's very, very big. It's what a witch has usually. We usually say a witch's cauldron. And so it's very, very large, and they use it. I mean, it's that really big pot. You could call it a pot, a cauldron, really. But I mean smaller here, and the kind of thing you eat cornflakes from. Yeah, you don't use a plate for cornflakes. You use a
dish or bowl.
Bowl, very good. Yeah, bowl. Exactly. That was one I'm looking for. Bowl. And so he pulls the bowl off the table, or he pulls the tablecloth off the table, and the bowl falls on the floor. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. What does his mother do?
Maybe his mother is smacking him.
Good. Excellent. That's exactly the verb we use. Well done. His mother smacks him. Sorry. His mother smacks him. She punishes him for being a naughty boy. And what does he do? How does he react?
He's weeping.
He's weeping. Yeah, he weeps. He's weeping. He bursts into tears. He gets really upset, starts screaming, shouting. Excellent. Okay, keep going. He's a little bit older, I think, than a toddler in the next picture.
Yeah. And the boy is playing a football, maybe, and he accidentally breaks the window glass.
Just window. He accidentally breaks the window, or he breaks the glass, but I wouldn't put both of them together. He breaks the glass, he breaks the window.
Okay, he breaks the window.
You can say window pane, you know. We do say window pane, and we do say a pane of glass. He breaks the window pane, he breaks the pane of glass smashes.
Yeah, smashes, yeah. And then he gets beatings from his father, maybe.
Good,
with a
excellent.
Stick or cane. With a cane.
Good, a cane. Yeah, we certainly use the word cane, especially for teachers in a school. They use a cane. Good.
Cane.
Or they used a cane.
Good. In the next picture, he looks like a boy. Yeah, boy is riding a bicycle, and he accidentally, he dashes with some other person.
Sorry. Back there. Sorry. Press the wrong button.
Okay.
Go on. He accidentally,
hits someone coming
Good.
from the opposite
he
side.
accidentally hits someone. You can. He accidentally hits someone. He accidentally collides with somebody. You could say collide with as well.
Dashes into someone. He dashes into someone. He dashes into someone.
Dash makes it sound like he's not on the bike. To me, it makes it sound like maybe he's running. He dashes into her, but it works if you're running.
Run into?
Not if you're on a bike.
No.
I mean, he rides. You can certainly say he rides into her. He collides with her. He hits her. Hits her is good as well. Yeah, he hits an elderly lady. I think it's an old lady.
Crash,
And
is it
then-
correct? We can.
Yeah, and crash into. He hits her. He crashes into her. Crash is okay. I agree that crash is usually used for cars, but it works actually for bikes as well. He crashes into her.
And then, of course, the police has come and he's writing a ticket. Maybe he's giving a ticket to him.
Good, excellent. He's writing him a ticket. He's giving him a ticket. Excellent.
And then in the next picture, I see a man, a paraglider. I know. No, pilot. He's a pilot. Maybe.
Good, excellent. I think so.
Yeah. The plane has caught fire.
Sorry, the plane caught fire.
It looks like. No, I don't. I'm not able
I think
to
it's
see.
dropping.
Yeah, they're
what's it?
dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs. Yeah, it's dropping bombs.
And in the last picture, he's given medallions as a mark of appreciation.
Not quite. He's given medals. He's given medals, not medallions. I would always say medals for a soldier who they wear medals on their chest. Yeah, medallion. It sounds like a very expensive and impressive piece of jewelry, certainly, but I wouldn't use
Okay.
it for what a soldier is awarded when he's brave in battle or something like that. We don't usually call it a medallion. Then medallion is very large, it's round, and you wear it round your neck, certainly, but I've never heard that word used for a soldier.
So, okay.
Okay. What do you think is the moral of the story? Is there a moral? Is there a message? I think it's the same guy at different periods of life.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, the mischievous boy grew into a responsible soldier.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe it's punishment that makes a responsible soldier. I don't know. I assumed that the message was usually you are punished for destruction. Yeah, he destroys things. Yeah, he destroys the bowl, the window, the old lady. But in the end, he is awarded his medals. It's kind of irony that when he fights in battle, he's awarded for being destructive. But as a child and as a toddler, he was punished for being destructive. But that was fantastic, Snehal. Really, really good. Fantastic. Let's move on now to Romelia. Are you ready,
Hello.
Romelia? Can you see these pictures?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good to see
Yeah,
you again.
I was thinking a suitable maybe proverb for the previous story. As you
Okay.
sow,
Okay. What proverb?
so shall you reap.
Sorry?
As you sow, so shall you reap.
Okay, you reap as you sow. Yeah, you reap
Yeah.
as you sow. Yeah, you get what you deserve. You reap what you sow.
Exactly.
It's a
Every
good.
deed has consequences.
Well, I don't know why that's okay. Some strange, something strange going on. You reap what you sow. There we go. I can see it now. You reap what you sow. It's something from the Bible. I think it's originally from the Bible. But you get what you deserve. Is another way of saying
Is
it.
it
Also,
same as-
go on.
I'm sorry. Is it same as everybody will have comeuppance or something? I heard the word
Yes, good.
comeuppance.
Everyone gets their comeuppance. You get what you get. There are quite a few you can say here. You can also say you get your just desserts, and dessert is spelt like deserts. Is it two S's or one? I always get confused here. I think it's you get your just desserts, but spelt with one S. That's it. But it's pronounced desserts like two S's. It always confuses me. But yeah, you get your comeuppance. You get your comeuppance as well. And they all mean you get what you deserve. You get your comeuppance. They're all good. Okay, sorry, Romelia. Let's keep going.
Oh my God. I can't infer anything from these pictures. Kind of a kindergarten in the first
Good.
situation.
What are the children doing?
Yeah,
See if I can go a bit closer.
maybe they are a bit of a handful. They do harm while this woman hanging the laundry and they, I don't know, do some damage.
Maybe they're doing some damage. I hope not. They all
Make
seem to
some
be playing.
noise.
They're
Make
all
some
playing. Yeah,
noise.
they're enjoying themselves. They're playing. They're relaxing out in the I suppose this is the courtyard.
Had a whale of a time.
Yeah, they're having a whale of a time, perhaps. Excellent. Okay, look at this next picture now. What are these kids doing?
On the age of of a pool. Is it a swimming pool? I don't know.
I don't think it's a swimming pool. I think it's more like a gutter. Yeah, a gutter. We say gutter for where all of the rain goes. Yeah, the rain goes down. We also say down the drains. Yeah, the rain goes down the drain.
Money down the drain.
Money goes down the drain. Sadly, money very often goes down the drain. And yeah, you don't have to make that one plural. You can just say down the, perhaps it's even more natural. In fact, down the drain. Absolutely. Excellent. And so they're playing around the drain. It's a bit dirty there. It's not a good place.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They can sleep. I don't know, another escape.
They might slip down the drain. It's dangerous place. Good.
Yeah. Okay, jungle pigeon.
Yeah, this is called, I can tell you what this is called. It might help you with these pictures. It's called, it's like the holidays, the school holidays. Yeah, and so this is what the children are doing in their school holidays. What are they doing here? Where do you think this is? What place do you think it is?
Cinema, theater.
Good. They're at the cinema. Do you think that those films look appropriate for children?
It's not appropriate.
I think they look very inappropriate. Very
Stick out like a
inappropriate.
sore thumb in this.
Yeah, those posters certainly do. They look like inappropriate films for children, a lot of sex and violence, that kind of thing. But I think this is what children are doing in the holidays.
And parents and caregivers should feel a sense of, I don't know,
guilt. Yeah.
In children, and allows them to access this kind of.
They should be looking after them. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see in the next picture?
Maybe those children cross the street carelessly. They.
Good. Yeah, I think they're crossing the street carelessly. I agree.
Yeah.
Very good.
They expose themselves to an accident.
Good. They expose themselves to danger. Sounds good. They've certainly exposed themselves to danger. They might have got in an accident. They might have been killed. Yeah, we could use some of those past modals here and say they might have been killed if they had crossed a bit later or something like that. Okay, very good. And what do we see in the last picture?
Like a private property.
Good, excellent.
I can't.
And what is it? What can you see? What is private? Where can the children not go? They're not allowed in here because it's private. Where can't they go?
It's not in the middle of nowhere, but I'm not sure.
I agree. It's kind of in the middle. It kind of looks in the middle of nowhere. It certainly looks like an isolated place. And or remote, you can also say remote place. This is why we say remote working.
Cut off.
Cut off, yeah, cut off from civilization, perhaps. Cut off is usually when it's very hard to get to. If you can't reach the place, then we'd certainly say it's cut off, because we mean it's cut off from civilization, communication, and perhaps, yeah, supplies, that kind of thing. Okay, but we can say this is the countryside, yeah? This is the countryside.
Oh, of course, this is a basic vocabulary, yeah, countryside.
And or we can certainly, what do we call these? Does anybody know what we call these? Right up by the sea? What do we call those? We have them in this town. Well, Cliff. Excellent. Yes, that's exactly right. Romelia, that's what
I can't notice the image.
You can't see it clearly. Go on, sorry.
Can we call it a ledge?
A ledge. A ledge is good. Right at the top. Yeah,
it's right at the top.
It's a steep cliff, certainly. And yeah, right at the top, I agree. You could say a ledge for the very top part. You could say is a ledge. But yeah, the whole thing is the cliffs, and that's always what we say for the part of land. Usually, it's where the land meets the sea, and they're usually quite steep.
It's a bay there because I can see the water. Maybe.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, somebody's sunbathing on the beach down there, possibly. They shouldn't be. It's private. It's not allowed. Okay, excellent. Very, very good. Come on to the next picture now. Yeah. Some of these will be quite political. I want to warn you.
Yeah,
these were drawn a long time ago in like the 1930s, 1940s, I think.
Yeah, the child seemed to be a heavy sleeper.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, and he wakes up when the mother proposes I don't know, a dress
Sorry, her mother.
to wear a dress.
Okay, she suggests wearing
Yeah.
a dress. I would use suggest. Yes,
Yeah, suggest wearing a dress.
and always remember, suggestive
maybe
gerund, guys.
now looking at the next picture, she seems to actually to be dressing up, maybe for a celebration.
Good, I agree. Yeah, maybe a birthday party, something like
Yeah,
that. I agree.
something like this.
Good.
She has a ribbon in his head. Yeah.
In her hair. Good.
Yeah.
What's she doing here in this picture?
Gives a hug.
Yeah, she's giving her mother a hug. She's hugging her mother. She's cuddling her mother. You often hear that one.
Yeah,
Cuddle.
can be. Maybe she's a dancer. It's a performance or something
Good.
like this.
Good.
And she has stage fright because
Good.
it's a budding artist.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah. Oh, this seems to be a real.
You can see it's political.
Yeah, disagreement. Yeah, I don't know what can be the bone of contention in this case.
Yeah, of course, it's a big issue of contention, certainly, and especially in the 1950s, 1960s, I think, in America. And I think that's why it's got the US down there. It seems to be mentioning America here.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is, I think this is quite critical of the Americans. The illustrator is from Denmark. He's a Danish illustrator. And so I think this was well, this is certainly from a long time ago anyway. Okay, very good, Romelia. We'll leave that one there and move swiftly on, I think, because Dylan, you're going to be next. I can see you next. And I remember, in fact, we'll go past the next one because I know that the next one's going to also be a similar ending. We'll go past that. That's enough racial topics, I think, for today. I don't want you always doing race, being honest. Let's come on to the next one, this one. And Dylan, I want you to do 3 for us today because I remember that you only did 1 last time. I didn't know we were all going to do 2, but you can do 1 extra one today, 3. And so you can see this one. This one's called The Price of Peace.
Okay. There is a toddler who has the hammer in his hand.
Good. I would say a hammer, just because it's the first time you mention it. It doesn't matter which one. Yeah. And so, you can see a toddler who has a hammer in his hand. Otherwise, it sounds to me like I know this hammer and I've heard about it before or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. And he is playing with a old-fashioned watch.
Good.
With the chain. And he tries to smash the watch, and when he holds up the hammer, the adults, maybe his parents or his uncle, I don't know the relationship with them, with him, and he realized the situation, and he picked up the hammer and scold the toddler because of
the toddler. Good.
Because of his intention, and he picked up also the watch, and after that the toddler burst into tears because he cannot do whatever he wants.
Good.
And when he is crying, another person, a woman, approaches them, and I think the man tried to explain the situation, but they cannot calm the baby down, and he is crying excessively, I think, and it causes a scene.
Causes a scene. Good. You can say he threw a tantrum. Yeah, it's a good one for when they're really crying. We use that when they're really screaming and crying and kicking, and they do it quite often. But yeah, he threw a tantrum. That's in past tense, of course. Throw a tantrum in present.
Noise of the boy makes people come and see the situation, and after that the first man, I'm not sure, but it looks like the first man tried to smash the
Smack is really good
smack,
for
yes, smack the boy's bun
good.
and
Bum.
try to discipline him in a violent way.
Good.
And then the women
Women or
try to stop him because it's not right way to discipline the child, the toddler, and they start to argue about the education system and
good.
the
Yeah,
way
how to punish the child, what they should do.
and during this time the toddler continues to crying, and to stop him cry they
To stop him crying. Yeah, to stop him crying.
they give him the hammer
Good.
and the watch, and he smashed the watch, and he succeed his intention.
Good.
He reached his goal, and they watch him, and I'm sorry for the guy who has the watch now.
I am sorry, but slightly different. I feel sorry for the guy.
I feel sorry for the guy who has the watch.
Good. Or it's more natural. It's just
now.
more good.
And
I have a few more questions. I do have a few more questions about this, just because you said some good words there, really good. You said he scolded him, which is really good. But I think that word is more well known than rebuked and reproached, which are also really good words that mean exactly the same thing. But there is a phrasal verb which I know that everybody knows. Sorry?
Gets scolded.
He gets scolded. You can say he gets scolded. Yeah, he was scolded. He gets scolded. His father scolds him.
Tell off.
Tell off is the one which everybody will use. I just want to warn you, because I know that if you say, scolded to a young child, like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old, they won't know it, but they all know tell somebody off. It's the one which we learn first of all, the phrasal verb. And it very often is like that. And the same goes for the next word that you use with approach, which is really well known. It is well known, approach. But I know that there are many phrasal verbs that people will use before they use approach on a much more frequent basis. Do you know any? Because I think you might do.
Coming up.
Almost she comes not gone, comes up. You can, yeah, she comes up to him, yeah, up to or over to. She comes up to him, she comes over to him. Sorry, I'm gonna have to move this. Okay, yeah, I can move. There we go. She comes up to him, she comes over to him, or she goes up to him, she goes over to him, she walks up to him, she walks over to him. All of those will sound much more, well, I mean, the approach is still very good, but they'll sound perhaps even more fluent, more natural, just because I know that natives will use that one more often than approach in spoken English, definitely. And so it's a good one to use. You can use it with anybody, and you can actually do it even with cars and bikes. He rode up to the postman rode up to the letterbox, or he drove up to the gate. You can do it with a lot of other verbs as well. And so remember, over to and up to, they're exactly the same. Okay, now we'll come on to your next picture, which is here.
Okay. I think it's the Christmas time because there is a tree with ornaments, and there is a boy who is opening up his gifts from his relatives, maybe his father, and they built the train station and the rails and the pieces together, and
rails. Just to let you know, we often use rails for a real train track, but I think with a little toy we often just say train track. But there is the same as rails. It is the same, and rails is very good.
And they build up the toys and start to playing with them. And Mans also enjoy play with the toddler.
Enjoys playing. He enjoys playing.
I always forget. Yes, and he enjoys playing with the toddler. Spent with time him, and he flew the plane, or
Yeah, he flies, or he
Flies.
flew the. Yeah, he ran around with the plane in his hand.
And they built a castle with the piece of Legos
Yeah, or something similar.
and
Right,
they play with the guns and blades and maybe he role play as a Batman,
good.
like a thief or
A thief. Make sure it's a thief.
and they just playing, but when he wear the items and face cover his face with a handkerchief, I don't know,
Handkerchief.
handkerchief, and there is a woman, old lady, come up to them, and
Yeah, came up to them, or came up to
Came
them, or
up to them.
comes up to them.
comes up to them, and once she see the man with the gun, she afraid of, and she
was
doesn't
afraid, or
know-
she is afraid.
doesn't know that they are playing with the toys.
Good.
He thinks he is the robber, and there's a burglary.
Good, and a burglary. Yeah, and he's a
Burglary,
burglar.
and he calls the police, and they arrest the man. Policeman arrests the man, who is maybe Toddler's father or uncle, and everybody talk about the situation. They think this is the real deal. They don't know, they are just playing. And in the end of the story, I don't know, they release him after the what's the name of the
After his
so-
arrest.
after his arrest, they are the policeman talk with him, and what's the name of the words?
They charge him with a crime. Yeah, charge him with a crime.
Yes,
Yeah, first they arrest, and
I
then they,
tried to find another verb. Talk with him in the room, and
interrogate
yes,
them.
I tried to interrogate, try to recall the interrogate,
I
and
have to check the spelling on that. I'm not sure if it's 2 R's or 1, but yeah, okay. They tried.
I hope in the end of the story he will release.
He will be released. Yeah, he will be released. Yeah, we hope so. Okay, try another one, because as I say, you need to do 3 really, just because you missed one on that first
For
one.
your attention. There is a woman who is cooking some delicious food, and he do the laundry with.
She does
the laundry with own hand, old fashioned, and
you can just say by hand. She does the laundry by hand.
by hand.
By hand.
And then he cleans the windows and iron the clothes.
Irons the clothes.
He irons the clothes, and she irons the clothes, and she is whipping the floor or mopping.
Mops the floor. Good.
Mops the floor. And she create the ornaments or
creates
decoration.
Decorations is much better. Yeah, for Christmas decorations, definitely.
I think these are Christmas decorations.
They are.
Gifts
Exactly.
and other items. And she goes shopping, and she buys gifts and wraps the gifts.
Wraps the gifts up sounds much better. We'll be up there as well. Yeah, she wraps the gifts up.
Prepare for the occasion.
Good.
Maybe this day is New Year. I don't know. And they, the woman and perhaps her child, decorate the Christmas tree.
Yeah, they decorate the tree. They hang up the decorations.
And she also prepare for dinner. She prepares the dinner. And when the father comes, he sees everything is ready for celebrate, but the mother gets tired after whole preparation because she does everything by herself without getting any help her partner.
From her partner. Yeah, I don't know, where was he? He wasn't there, was he? He wasn't.
Maybe
was
he
absent.
works. Maybe he was at work during this time,
Possibly.
but he didn't join her during the preparation. And when the time is come for celebration, she
When the time comes to celebrate,
for
I would say. When the time comes to celebrate.
she is so tired, and I think she takes a nap.
Yeah, she decides to take a nap, to take
to
take
get
40
ready
winks.
the evening for the celebration.
Yeah, she needs to breathe and relax for a few minutes so that she can enjoy the celebration. Okay, that was fantastic. Let's go on to the next one now, and we've got a few Christmas.
I have a question. Sorry, one
Okay.
quick.
Go on.
Can we say put up the Christmas tree?
Certainly. They put up the Christmas tree. You can even say they
Perfect.
put up the decorations, but I'd probably say hang up there, just because it looks like they are hanging up the decorations.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it's a good question, certainly. Yeah, we do. I think we've got so many of our phrasal verbs, it's up. Yeah, so many of them. Wrap up, hang up, and come up to, very often it is. You could say she mops up. You can certainly say she mops up. Can't say iron up, though. She irons the clothes is good. So it doesn't always work, but up is very, very common, especially with cleaning ones. Clean up, tidy up, sweep up, hoover up, so many with up. Okay, so let's go on to Cecile now. I see Cecile next, and after Cecile, Maria, and then Makita, and then Barbara. That's what I see on my screen. So can you see these pictures, Cecile?
Yes.
Can you see these Christmas pictures?
Yes. So can't remember the name of the the Christmas man. The man who comes from
I'll
the
give you a clue.
sky.
I'll give you a clue. No? Father Christmas.
Father Christmas. Okay,
Yeah,
that's so easy.
sure it is.
Okay, so
Father
Father
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah,
Santa
thank you.
Claus, you can say. Yeah,
also.
Santa
Oh,
Claus.
Santa Claus. Yes,
Santa
that's the
Claus.
one I was trying to find. So Santa Claus or Father Christmas came from the sky, and he seems to have arrived to give the little toddler his gift, but it looks like the mom is wearing the gift, and but on the next picture it also looks like Christmas is over because they're wearing the Christmas trees, and it looks like the decoration have been put down. It's not put down, it's taken down.
Good,
They're
good,
not
because it's
on-
put up. You're right. Good,
Yeah, put
excellent.
up
It's put
and
up, but it's take
take
down.
down.
Just like
Good,
it's
that's the
put
one.
on and it's take off. It's put in and it's take out. There are actually quite a few of those put and take ones. Okay, very good. Keep going.
And I don't really know what they're doing with the tree, the Christmas tree, but on the next one, we see the toddler alone on the next picture. I'm not sure about what he's doing.
So I think this is before Christmas rather than after Christmas. I think that's why there are no decorations. Yeah, and so what do we do? I don't know if you do this. I don't know if you do this in your country, but we certainly do it. We've always done it here, even when I was a little boy, and I remember getting excited about it when I was little.
Oh, he's counting. Is
Yeah,
he counting
exactly.
the days?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Excellent.
You
This
got
is. Do you know what it's called?
a special calendar. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
You got a
It's-
calendar.
In fact,
A
yeah, it's called
Christmas calendar.
Yeah, that will do. That will do, definitely. All the kids will understand that, certainly. The full term is Advent calendar, but yeah, Christmas calendar is perfect. More people
Oh,
know
great.
Christmas calendar, certainly. It's
So he
good.
must be crossing on the Advent calendar one day after another.
They open the you open the little door. Yeah. Do you know what's
Okay, I know.
what's
Okay.
inside?
Yeah, I just got it. Okay, I saw that in movies. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got excited about it, because there were chocolates there, and I didn't even used to like the chocolate. It wasn't usually very tasty chocolate, but I still got excited about opening the doors.
I saw that in North America. Okay. Okay, so he's definitely waiting for Christmas to come, to arrive. And on the next picture, he may be with his father, and I don't really know what they're both sitting on the table, at the table?
Well, if it's on the table, then you are actually sitting with your bum on the table. And so I
Okay.
wouldn't say it for those
That's
two.
what I want.
Good.
At the table.
At the table,
So
exactly.
they both, okay, so they're busy and sitting and maybe preparing some decoration or some, or maybe the next picture is going to help us to see more clearly what they're doing. But the next one, he is definitely with his mother again, and he's doing some pastries. Maybe they want to bake some biscuits.
Good.
And we can see that the oven is open and seems to have warmed up already.
Excellent.
So he's back on the next picture. He's back with his father again, and I guess that he's trying to open his gifts too early.
Good, good.
I'm not sure.
I think
But
so.
the father is as well. So the father seems to be a bit surprised about that. So he's running. The preposition. He's running to him.
Up to or over to sound better to me.
Over.
Yeah, he's running
Yes,
up to
again.
him. He's run it all together quickly as well. He's running up to him. He's running over to him.
So he's running up to him. He's running over to him.
Good.
Maybe to avoid the toddler to have opened all the gifts already.
Not to avoid the toddler, which is a different verb here. He wants to
Prevent? No, that's not the right. To official. I don't know.
Okay, we say, does anybody else know?
Can we use jump the gun here? Like wanted to use to unwrap the presents prematurely?
So instead of avoid, I would say here, he wants to prevent the toddler from opening the present. Prevent means to stop somebody from, you can say stop, actually, he wants to stop the toddler from opening the present, or he wants to prevent. You can use prevent as well. Stop is probably more common in everyday English, actually. He wants to stop the toddler from opening the present. It's a nice, easy word, but prevent works very well as well. It's slightly more formal.
And if you use prevent, do you use from as well?
You do.
Prevent him from opening?
You'd certainly do. Prevent somebody from doing something, stop somebody from doing something. With stop, you don't actually need the from. You can actually drop the from. Stop somebody doing something. You can. But I mean, I would keep it in here. He wants to stop him from opening the present. In fact, there's a slight difference. Stop somebody from doing something means completely stop him even touching the present. But stop him opening sounds to me like stop him maybe when he's in the middle of opening the present and he doesn't look like he quite has opened it yet. And so stop somebody from doing something means completely stop them so that they don't do it at all. Yeah?
Yes.
They might have already started if you stop somebody doing something. And so there is a slight difference. And forbid is exactly the same as prevent and stop. You know, I think that's very similar. Forbid somebody from doing something. Sometimes you hear to plus infinitive after forbid, but from is much more common, it seems to me. Forbid somebody from doing something. Okay.
Thank you. Should I go to the next one?
Yeah, keep going, certainly.
So okay, now we got the time where the toddler is allowed to put the decoration on the Christmas tree.
Good, yeah, put the decorations on the tree, good.
And I think that's all for that one. On the next one, it looks, I don't know, he's sitting on a chair, kind of a big chair.
Good.
With his toys, I'm not sure, and he seems to be waiting. Maybe he's waiting for the biscuits to be baked. I'm not
Good.
sure.
Good.
And we say under the weather. He's
yeah,
under...
you can. He's looking under the weather. To be under the weather, it does look to look a bit sick. Look a bit sick. So perhaps he's looking a bit under the weather.
Okay, so under the weather means he seems to be a bit sick.
It's idiomatic.
Well.
It's an idiom.
Okay.
If you say you look a bit under the weather, then it does mean you look a bit sick.
Okay.
You are not
maybe
in this condition.
Yeah, not in good condition, not in you know, not in sorts. No, that's a rubbish one actually. Yeah, even with good condition, I would be careful, because we usually use that for things. If something is brand new, it's in good condition, and if something is second hand, it might be still in good condition, it might not be, but we're more likely to use condition for objects rather than people.
And I like the idea of him being under the weather, because maybe he has already eaten all the biscuits, and now we're coming to dinner
Good.
or supper time, and he's not hungry anymore.
Good.
And his parents want to wish he could eat something healthy, but he doesn't seem to be very keen on eating what's in his plate. So and maybe he's tired also, because on the next picture we can see that he's not having a tantrum. We just mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, maybe he is having a tantrum. Yeah, you can say that. You can say throwing or having. Throwing a tantrum or having a tantrum, but you can say he's having a tantrum. Certainly, that's good.
Great.
Correct.
Okay, so he looks like he's having a tantrum, and we're not sure about the reason, but I would say indeed that he was tired because or sick or under the weather, because maybe there's a doctor there looking after him, examining
him. Yeah,
examining him.
What's he doing exactly? How is he examining? What's he checking?
His heart rate.
Good. He's checking his heart rate. He's checking his pulse. Could even say blood pressure, although you usually do that with a machine. But
yes, we can't see the machine, but he certainly has done this as a good doctor. And the parents are behind, and they look worried about.
Good. Yeah, they're a little bit worried. Excellent. Maybe he was too excited that day and he did too many things. He was outside. I don't know. But excellent. Very good. You've got another one on Christmas. They tend to group them quite close together, the topics. And so try this one, and we'll just go through the whole book over these classes. Okay.
Okay. So it looks like a different story. So we now see a man, and he's looking through a shop window.
Good.
And yeah, we see different things. Then he may enter the shop, because we see he goes through a door.
Good.
And is maybe asking the lady, the seller, the lady in the
not the seller, we say the
seller,
shop
seller,
shop assistant. It's the only way you can do it, really. We don't really say the seller. Well, you might say the vendor, but you don't normally for the person in a shop. You don't. You say shop assistant. Vendor, you do say in some things, like the buyer and the seller. You know, sometimes you do say buyer and seller, but it's not in a shop.
Not in a shop. That's good to know. For a house, we can say a house seller, but not in a shop. Okay.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, when somebody is buying a house or selling a house, we do talk about the buyer and the seller. We do, or the vendor sometimes. But yeah, exactly.
So the shop assistant is showing something to the man, and maybe she's trying to make him buy the wooden horse.
Good. Do you know what we call it? The ones that do this?
Yeah. No, I say yeah, but I know what you mean, but I don't know how we.
Go into say a rocking horse. A rocking horse.
Rocking horse.
Yeah, because it rocks back and forward. Yeah.
Yeah, back and forth, or to and back and forth.
To and fro. To and fro.
To and fro and fro.
Yeah,
yes, thank you. To and fro, back and forth, to and fro. And okay, she's a very efficient shop assistant, because now she's showing some other toys.
I would call that a model, personally. A model. She's showing him a model of something. Yeah, a model of a room or some different rooms in the house.
Yeah, like we used to have for Barbies.
Good, exactly.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He seems to be happy, but is going to another part of the shop, and he's meeting someone there. It doesn't look to be the shop assistant anymore. Maybe that's someone else there, and I don't know. There's a lady, and she's having a Oh no, it's not a toddler. It still is a toy.
Good.
Une
What do we call
poupée,
that toy? Because I suddenly
yeah.
thought this for this one as well. Go on. What do we call that toy? It is a
It's can't remember. It's
Doll?
good, a doll, and you might
Yes, a
call that
doll.
you might call that a doll's house. Maybe, perhaps that's what it is.
Yes,
Perhaps it's a
yes,
doll's house. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Doll's house. Okay,
yes.
very good, very good.
Yeah.
And what do we call this? Which the baby is, well, which a doll maybe is sleeping in? What do we call that? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Okay,
If
we say
anybody knows that.
A
Tram?
pram.
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 Excellent. Pram is where they sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a buggy is where the toddler sits because they're older when they're in a buggy. Stroller, some people call it. I think stroller might even be the brand name of some of the makes. I'm not sure. But buggy is what I always knew that one as when I was growing up. Pram for babies and buggy for older children.
Right.
Okay.
Hey. So that's another words again. So now he's being shown another things to buy. I don't know the name of that. We can see some ski.
Good. We can see some
Um,
skis and some ski poles. Good.
some ski poles and the rod, the thing to put on the hand when you do some skiing, you know,
Okay.
on the
They are
right
ski
hand, the
poles.
lady.
Yeah.
The ski pole. So the
Ski
ski and the
poles.
ski poles.
Good.
Okay. And
What
a
about that
luge.
one?
Sledge.
Sledge, good,
Yes.
good. Sledge.
Sledge.
It's a
Well,
sledge, that one there.
yes,
For
yes.
going down, and we say sleighing, going sleighing, go sleighing, or sledging, go sledging, go sledging, go sleigh. Sleigh is bigger, in fact, than a sledge. It's like a big sledge that Santa Claus sits in. He sits in a sleigh with reindeer.
Wow, great. So on the next one, so she's still very busy. The shop assistant showing him lots of things to buy, and we have some. I don't know if it's decoration or simply a ball, something that children used to play from one side to the other side. A ball? No.
A ball, yeah, some kind
A
of ball.
ball?
It
Okay.
might be, it might be some kind of spinning top, but no, I think it's a ball. I think it's a ball. It might be a Christmas ornament as well.
Yes, it may be a big Christmas ornament.
Exactly.
But he seems to leave the shop without having bought anything.
Good. How can you say that using? He seems to leave the shop.
His hands are empty.
Empty-handed. Empty-handed. Exactly.
Empty-handed.
He seems to leave the shop empty-handed. It just sounds nice and in just a few words. Yeah, he seems to leave the shop empty-handed. But you can say without having bought anything. That's certainly correct as well.
And on the next one, he's been shown some other toys again by another man, but we guess that he's out of the shop. And I'm not really sure what's happening there and if it's a friend of or not. But on the next picture, he's definitely wearing something, a rectangular
He's not
thing,
wearing something. Okay, he's not wearing something. He is carrying something.
Carrying. Thank you. He's carrying something. Maybe it's a present that has been wrapped up.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him being wrapped up because on the last picture, a young lady, a toddler, no, not a toddler, a young girl, maybe has opened up the gift that he just bought from the man in the street, or don't know where it was, and she seems to be a bit surprised. Maybe she's happy about the gift.
It's not clear, is it? But which she has just bought. Yeah, absolutely. But she's opened the gift. It's not clear. Does she like it or not? He's definitely chosen the cheapest gift, I think, from all of those. I think. It seems like that. Very, very careful, frugal man.
Yes.
Are these puppets?
Sorry. Yes, good. I agree. I don't know who said that, but they are. It looks like a puppet. Because the guy has a string connected to it. I think they are puppets. I agree. Very good. Okay, very good. Let's move on now to Maria, because I saw Maria next. Can you hear us, Maria? Hello?
I can, but hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. Very, very clear.
Yeah, I've got a bad connection and unstable connection today, so I'm kind of struggling.
It sounds
Hope you
good.
can
It
hear
sounds
me
like yeah,
okay.
it sounds perfect. It's good video, good sound actually on my end, certainly.
Okay. Okay, good. Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, so what can you see in that first picture?
Is that the very same man? Is it the same man from before?
It might be.
Doing
I don't know.
shopping? Looks like the same man.
Yeah.
I think
Go on.
but I think he's buying some football shoes and a ball.
Good. Not
He
football
doesn't
shoes
look
though.
like
We don't call them football
what do you
shoes.
call
We
them?
say football. You know this word, definitely.
Boots?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's always boots for football, and the things on the bottom are called studs that help you make sure you don't slip over.
Oh.
And so you usually buy them with studs. Okay,
I
very good.
don't think they are for himself though. He doesn't look very fit, and
Good.
he kind of looks elderly, so I'm not sure he would be able to play a football match.
Good.
From the next picture, it is clear that it's for somebody else because the box looks wrapped up.
Excellent.
So maybe again, it's Christmas time. We're still maybe dealing with the same topic. He is also looking at a window, considering whether buying or not.
Whether to buy or not. Yeah, whether to buy
A
or not.
chess game, would you call it?
To buy chess, yeah.
Okay,
Whether to buy or
whether
to
to
buy chess
buy.
or not, yeah, exactly. Whether to buy chess or not. Very good.
All right. Then he moves on to the next shop. He seems in the mood of shopping today.
In the mood
and
for
that
shopping.
day
In the mood for shopping.
for shopping. Okay, in the mood for shopping.
Good.
So here he is in front of a window selling cameras. We're not sure whether he buys anything or not from this shop, or whether he is only window shopping.
Good.
Then we see him talking to a lady about, again, a rocking horse for somebody, and we know for sure he's buying that one from the next pictures. And definitely not empty-handed like the man from the other story.
Good.
On the contrary, his hands are full of gifts, to the point that he doesn't know where to keep them all, have to hold everything.
Good. They're a handful.
And
You
I'm
can
not
actually
sure.
say they're a handful as well. Somebody mentioned that word
Okay.
about children earlier. We often say a child is a handful when they're very difficult to control. But you can say it's a
Okay.
handful. A handful means something that's too big for your hand. You know, it's just like a difficult to pronounce word is a mouthful. Yeah, it's a lot in your mouth, a difficult to pronounce word. And so, you know, a lot of names are a mouthful.
So handful can also be used for a child who is difficult to control. Did you say that?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. If a child's badly behaved, you often say he's a bit of a handful. And we often add that a bit of as
Okay.
well, a bit of a handful. Yeah, for a
Interesting.
badly behaved child.
Okay. And if your mouth is full, you can say you are mouthful.
You can say
No.
a mouthful can be a mouthful of food. Certainly, you can say he put a mouthful of I don't know, cornflakes, yeah, in his mouth. It still works because a mouthful is anytime you have a mouthful of something, but it's very often used for when something is difficult to pronounce, when a word
Okay.
is difficult to pronounce. And so if you I mean I think a lot of the kind of language which is found in government documents, that kind of thing, can be a bit of a mouthful because they very often have very long, wordy phrases that to refer to very simple things. And so you can say that's a bit of a mouthful. Anything which is difficult to pronounce or has a lot of words. Okay.
Right. Going to the next picture, I'm not really sure what he is buying there. It looks like he's buying something I can see some tools there, which name I don't know.
Not whose name, even though I know they're not people. We do
Oh.
actually use, well, we can use whose for things, and you mean possessive
Alright.
which here. And so, yeah, whose. Whose, you know, you can say the book whose title is, yeah, and you can use it for, it's not often used like that, but it can be used. I actually checked this just because.
I think I lost you. Oh.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can
So
hear you now.
we can use whose for things as well. I checked it. I found it in Oxford. It's not often used for things. I must admit, we don't often do it. But if it's possessive, it ought to be whose, because whose is for possession.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you can see tools. I think we would call that a workbench, something like that anyway, as in the kind of thing which an adult usually has rather than a child, certainly. But you know, it's something that Dad might have with saws and you know, files or all that kind of stuff for doing woodwork very often, especially the original workbenches like those. Yeah, you can see them, the tools there. You can see a hammer and a chisel and yeah. And that's a clamp. That thing there is a clamp.
Which one?
I'll quickly show you by doing that. That's, oh wait, oh, I thought I was going to do something different. 1 second. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, this one here is a clamp. Yeah, it's where you spin it round and it clamps something to the workbench so that you can saw it or, yeah, so you can cut it in some kind of way. That's the hammer at the top. You can see the hammer, and I think that's the saw. Okay, and that one's a chisel.
Yeah, a chisel.
Yeah, I'm looking for the.
What do you use it for? I can't really see it from the picture.
Chisel is where you usually use the hammer to hit the top of the chisel, and it cuts off small pieces. I'm actually looking for the. Where's the text gone? I've lost the text. Ah, there's type text. So yeah, chisel. Like that, chisel. I think that's what it is, and I'm not sure about that one at the end. I'm actually not sure.
No idea, but it's funny, he buys all these things for a newborn.
Good, excellent, a newborn baby. And so I think this is to contrast with this one where the teenager got...
To me.
Oh, I'm sorry, you did break up there a bit, Maria, sorry. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I can hear you now.
Excellent, excellent. But very good. Now, yeah? We certainly say a newborn baby, certainly, yeah. Or just a newborn. But yeah, a newborn baby. Excellent. Yeah, so how's the kid going to use the football boots or the football or the video camera up there? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it seems to be that these pictures somehow, they all present us with a different issue of our society, because in the previous case we saw the lady cleaning every day, and in this case I believe they are telling us how many parents don't know how to handle their children, and what they do, they buy things on top of things, and they know no better than that. So
there's definitely not a lot of useless gifts exchanged at Christmas time. I think gifts that just get thrown away or never used, you know, there's a lot of waste. There's a lot of wasted money, certainly, and wasted time, wasted effort. Okay, excellent. Let's move on to the next one, which is still Christmas, I'm afraid. This is your second one, yeah, Maria, isn't it?
Second lesson, you mean?
Second picture.
Or second picture. Okay, yes.
Yep.
It's still me, because I didn't hear you for a second.
Yeah, we're doing 2 pictures each, so I think this is your second.
All right. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Excellent.
So again, Father Christmas, he is, in the first picture, maybe he's into a family of 4 children and mom and dad bringing them presents.
Good. What's he got on his shoulder?
From what I can understand. Is that a bag? Is that...
We usually use a different word. Good. Yeah, it's a sack of presents. A sack of presents. We would often use sack for something like that, where it hasn't got a handle or anything like that. It's sacks don't have handles usually. So yeah, we usually talk about Santa's sack.
Okay.
Sack of presents. Okay, excellent.
Whereas in the second picture, he is maybe at a school, a kindergarten or something.
Good.
And he is engaging in activities with children, dancing around the Christmas tree,
Good.
giving them toys.
Excellent.
Yeah, just enjoying the Christmas spirit, getting into the Christmas spirit.
Excellent. Getting into the Christmas spirit. Very good.
Then it's time for Santa to leave, and everybody's saying their goodbyes. But at the end of the day, Santa looks extremely tired, and we also find out that he is not the real Santa. He is just a man wearing a costume.
Good.
And he is maybe not doing very well in life.
Good.
Maybe he's alone. Maybe so we can see that he's put on a mask in front of the children, showing the most cheerful version of himself. Whereas when he goes back at home, he has no Christmas tree. He only has a branch of the
Good. Yeah,
the
a tiny
tree
little branch. Good. And a
and a candle.
Tiny little
Twig.
candle. Excellent. Yeah.
And he's having dinner on his own.
Exactly.
But then we see the real Santa behind him, and that makes us hope that he'll do something to make this person happier.
Do you think he's upset about his salary? I think this is a little bit about his payment, his wages
He
here.
might be.
Yeah, I think it's
He
just
might
£1
be.
or
He might
£5 or something. Very low salary, unfortunately, for Santa.
Yeah.
How do we call this where you are? He looks hot to me. How do we call that? What's he doing here?
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, instead of crying, what's he doing? He's not crying. He is
Wiping his forehead.
Good. He's wiping his forehead. But what do we say for the verb?
Sweating.
Sweating.
The sweat.
Sweating.
Yeah, he is sweating profusely, you can say as
Sweating
well. And
buckets.
I've been doing this word recently quite a lot. Profusely works with any liquid. So you bleed profusely, you sweat profusely, and you also apologize profusely for some reason.
Sweating buckets. Can I say
Sweating buckets is excellent. Yeah, it's informal English, but it's excellent. It certainly works. Informally, it works very well. So sweat profusely. Profusely sounds quite formal, I must admit. It does sound quite formal. But yeah, sweating buckets. If you're down the pub with your friends, we say that certainly. Okay, fantastic. Let's move swiftly on now. And we're going to go to Makita next, because that was who I saw next, just on the list. Can you hear us, Makita?
Hi, Dave. Hi,
Makita.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Excellent. So what can you see? Tell us what you can see in this picture.
Dave, today I would like to tell everybody about a movie called Scarface.
Excellent. It's a movie I know well. Excellent.
Scarface. This is a 1983 remake of the film with the same title. It stars Al Pacino as Tony Montana. It was directed by Brian De Palma, and Oliver Stone wrote the script. The movie is full of violent and cruel scenes, as well as it contains a lot of swearing.
Good.
The F word is pronounced a countless number of times.
Good.
So Scarface tells the story of a Cuban immigrant named Tony Montana, who arrives in the United States after Fidel Castro, the ruler of Cuba, declares all the disloyal citizens of the country are not welcome anymore, and must leave the islands or the country.
Okay, good.
So, along with his friend Manny, Tony lives in a small refugee camp in Miami, Florida, and does dishes in a small restaurant for a living.
Good.
One day, a gangster comes across Tony and offers him a job that involves killing a lawyer. Killing a lawyer. Honestly, I don't remember the reason for this, but I know that this gangster knows that Tony has military experience to handle it.
Good.
So after Tony and Manny successfully complete this task, the gangster introduces them to a local turf holder, Jack. Jack promises Tony a fortune if he accepts his proposition to be one of his problem solvers.
Good. Proposition, yeah, his proposition.
Proposition,
Prop,
yeah.
not prep, but prop.
Propositions. So Tony agrees and receives.
In fact, thinking about it, we usually say proposal. You can say proposition, I think, yeah, but his proposal.
Proposal.
But I think, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with proposition. His proposition, he made him a proposition. Yeah, I think it's still correct. Proposition. I've got no problem with it, but yeah, in fact, I'm sure it is. It's fine. It's fine. Both are correct. Proposal or proposition. Like last time, entitled, titled, both correct.
Okay. So shall I continue?
Sorry,
Shall I continue?
Keep going.
Thank you. So Tony agrees and receives a new mission from Jack. So this time, Tony has to make sure a certain drug deal goes in accordance with the plan.
Goes according to plan.
According to plan. And every party gets what they are expecting to. So the drug expecting. So the drug dealer turns out to be a scam, and he aims at killing everybody, including Tony.
Good. He turns out to be a scammer. He turns out to be a scammer. It turns out to be a scam. Yeah, it turns out to be a scam, but the drug dealer turns out to be a scammer. So he aims at killing everybody, including Tony, and either vanish with the money or getting away with the money. So Tony doesn't let the dealer run away. He chases him a couple of blocks and shoots him in the face in a crowded street. So from this moment, Tony's career gradually rises, and his work for Jack comes to an end, as he wants to become a boss of his own. Good. So he gets rid of Jack and takes control over his territory and property. Takes control of
his territory and property.
Good.
He even takes his woman for a wife.
Good.
Tony from this moment, Tony starts living a luxurious life. Spending money on cars, on alcohol, on parties, and drugs. His wife becomes an addict, and Tony is angry with her for being unable to bear a child.
Good.
Tony soon establishes a partnership with a Colombian drug lord. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Alexandro Sosa, or
yeah, I think so.
So they get on pretty well until Sosa wants Tony to eliminate an official in the city of New York. So this politician is about to publicly report at the Assembly of United Nations Organization, if I'm not mistaken, about drug trafficking in the United States, and launch campaign to fight it. So Tony is supposed to blast the man's car or vehicle by planting an explosive charge.
Not blast, no, to blow up. He's expecting to blow up.
to blow up
Uh-huh.
to blow up this man's car by planting the explosions under the vehicle.
Planting explosives under the vehicle.
Explosives. So when the politician's family joins him on his way to his office, Tony refuses to assassinate the man because killing a woman and a child is against his principles.
Good.
So he guns down. He guns the man down who is holding a detonator and about to enable it or to.
So
to
the
activate.
detonator, then the detonator to to set off the bomb. To use a phrase to set off the bomb.
To set off the bomb, and later on he has an argument with Sosa talking with him on the payphone. So Sosa promises.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there, but that was great. I'm going to stop you there just because I've got to get 3 more people in. But that was superb, really, really good. And I like the fact that you came all ready to tell the story because you got lots and lots of really good vocabulary there. Like, words, all sorts of really good words in your sentences, and only very few mistakes as well for using so many sentences. So that was really good. You just need to remember blow up for when you blow up. Yeah, blast is used for as a noun.
Can I use blow away? Blow away?
No, not really. No, not to blow away. You can say I was blown away, meaning I was really impressed. I was blown away by, meaning I was really impressed by. And so we do use it to be blown away. I normally think of blow away as just, when something gets blown away. And so maybe you drop something like a piece of paper on the street and it's so windy, it gets blown away. You can't grab it, you can't catch it, and it's important, something like that. Maybe it's a banknote, and a banknote gets blown away, something like that.
Okay.
Let's go on to Alicia. So, Alicia, are you there? I don't know if you're there, Alicia.
Yes.
Yeah, are you there? Okay, excellent.
Yes, I am here.
So, would you like to do the pictures today? Let me stop sharing, and we'll go back to the pictures. 1 second. Back to the pictures. Okay. Okay, can you see this one, Alicia?
Yes, I can see the pictures.
Excellent. Okay, so what can you see in these pictures?
A woman is walking on the street, and then the priester, no.
Yeah, the priest. Yeah. Sorry, the monk maybe. Sorry, you're right. You're right. Monk. The monk.
The monk is
What's this?
praying.
He's praying. Good. He's praying. I agree. It looks like he's praying.
Praying, and then another woman is walking. Another woman is walking.
Yeah, walks past, you could say. Another woman walks past.
Yes, walks past.
Good.
And then another day, maybe, there is 2 women. They walks past him, and then
you might say, go on, sorry.
He prays that there's a woman who talks with him or something.
Okay, maybe. I thought he was praying for strength from God or something like that. Yeah, you might say he's trying to resist. There are some good words here we could look at. He's trying to resist temptation, you could say, because maybe God is tempting him. Maybe God is testing one of his monks. He wants to test him, make sure he's a good monk.
To resist temptation.
He's praying for strength. You can also say to pray for strength from God or something like that. To pray for help from God or something like that, for inner strength.
Yes.
Okay, and you can also say he hasn't.
Ask a question. Sorry for interruption. Can we say he's give a side-eye the woman's or papping the woman's?
You can say a few. There are a few with eye we can say here. We can say he has an eye for the ladies, but that means he likes looking at the ladies.
It's perfect picture. He looks his side to
You can say he takes a side glance, or you could just say a glance at, yeah, a glance at, a side glance is perhaps possible at the girls on the side. But yeah, he glances at them, and we would use that as the verb, to glance at. It's always at for looking verbs, certainly. Okay, come back to Alicia. What can you see in the next part?
And then another woman walks past him,
Good.
and then he prays that the woman stop.
Good. I
And
think you're
then
right. Yeah, he's not praying for strength from God.
on one day, a woman stopped by him, and he talks with him, and he say, "Oh yes, it's happening now." And then on another, maybe 5 years later, he is married with his wife, and they have a child together.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. I mean, for this period where people court, you sometimes hear that, but it's very formal. It's not what young people would say, certainly not. But to court somebody is old-fashioned English for when you're trying to find romance with. I mean, usually the men would court the females as well. But you could say he's chatting her up. To chat somebody up, it means to talk to somebody with romantic intentions, to try to get their phone number.
I would say he popped the question in that position.
Oh, that's, yeah, indeed. You're right, Romelia. To pop the question is when you're actually asking somebody to marry you. Yeah, it means to propose marriage, basically. And he must have, I'm sure he's a good monk and he would have proposed marriage first. But yeah, the proposed marriage. And you can just say to propose. You don't even have to say
like
the marriage.
he's begging for relationship with that
He is
woman.
begging. He's definitely begging. Yeah, to beg. I agree. He is and begging is usually for money, of course. When you're begging, you know, I mean, a beggar is somebody who asks for money on the street. But yeah, he is begging this girl for attention, certainly.
For attention.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Okay, let's come back to Alicia, and you've got the next story now. What can you
A man is in a restaurant, and he drinks a glass of wine, and the waiter say no.
Good. I don't think it's the waiter, though. I think it's just his friend. But yes, I think this is the central character.
And he say no, I have to leave. And then
good.
Another man is proposing something, but the man say no, I have to go at home.
Good. I want to warn you, though, that we would often say offer there. He is offering him something, just because when you give, offer is very close to give. It's very close to give. So you offer somebody a drink. Yeah, he's offering him a drink in the first picture, and I think he's offering him a cigar. So I think
offering a cigar. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Ooh. Okay, keep going.
And then in another restaurant, there is two men.
There are two men. There are two men.
There are two men.
But don't worry, because English people do exactly the same thing. We also say there is two men. We do it all the time.
There are two men, and they are playing with cards, or
they're playing cards. They are playing cards. Excellent. They are playing poker. They are playing cards. They are playing some kind of good.
And they are offering for, please play with us.
Good. So they are offering him a game, or they are offering.
Yeah, they are offering a game.
Yeah, they're offering him a game of cards, something like that. They're offering him a game. Offer somebody something.
Offering him a game. And then on the other picture, I see that a woman walks past him.
Good.
And then he leaves and he go. And then on the other picture, walks past. And then the devil in him, in his head, say, no, you have to go. Good. And then he looks at the woman, and then on the other picture, he has the devil and then the angel.
Good.
And the angel say, no, go at home. And the devil say, you have to go by the woman. And then
go and talk to the woman. Yeah, good.
In his head. And then the devil and the angel are mad on each other, or
Mad with each other. They are mad or mad
mad
at, or mad with, angry at, angry with.
mad with each other, and then the devil
How do we say that?
give the angel a punch,
Good. He punches
and
him.
then
Yeah.
he punches him, and the man says something to the woman,
Good.
or maybe he asks at the woman, "Do you want to drink something with
Excellent.
me?"
Excellent. He offers her a
And
drink. Yeah. Excellent.
he,
Excellent.
he offers her a drink, and then they go to the restaurant and they drink a glass of wine together.
Fantastic. That was really good,
A
Alicia.
happening ending.
It's a happy ending. It is. I agree. It's a happy ending. Fantastic. He needed the devil to give him some
Yes.
courage, I think, there to talk to the lady. Okay, fantastic.
Okay,
Really good,
thank
Alicia.
you.
Let's go on to Barbara now, because Barbara was the next person I saw on the list. Barbara, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Barbara? Okay, are you shy, Barbara? Are you coming here? You coming online? Okay, if not, we'll move on to, I think it's Sergey. Sergey, Seti, isn't that you, Sergey? I think it is.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Sergey.
I am very shy too, but I will try to describe pictures.
That's right. Do your best. Exactly. Do your best. It doesn't matter anyway. All levels are welcome. It doesn't matter if you make a few mistakes. And I do understand sometimes the pictures are hard. So what can you see then, Sergey?
I see that a waiter comes up to a woman.
Good.
And he brought her some kind of cup of tea.
Good.
And after that, another man with very respectful attention, with a very polite approach.
Good. A polite manner, you can say here, with a very polite manner.
Comes up to her and
Good.
tries to flirt with her.
Good.
And start conversation and kind of start a relationship, maybe a romantic relationship.
Good. He wants to chat her up. I mean, this is modern English, to chat her up, but still, I think modern English is more useful for you.
What about flirting? Is it
yeah,
okay?
Yeah, flirt is brilliant. Yeah, it's modern too, flirting, certainly. It's excellent. And I like the fact you used he came up to her. You know, I do notice it's excellent, Sergey. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly, again, the waiter came up to both of them and start asking probably this gentleman if he wants to have something to drink or eat
Good.
something.
Yeah, excellent.
And now we see a child
Good
playing with a ball, and it was very funny when the child's ball moves towards the table.
I would say rolled under the table. Rolled under the table.
Rolled under the table, where these people were sitting and
Good.
enjoying their cups of tea.
Good.
And a child decided just go under the table and search for his ball.
Good.
And of course, it can go to any kind of situations. And now the child finds himself among their legs. I mean, women's legs and man's legs, and he tries to find his ball hair.
Good.
And women, oh sorry,
the woman, good,
doesn't see a child, and they have a situation when the woman start to think that it was a gentleman who uh, seemed a very polite man suddenly start to make inappropriate actions. So the woman gives him a punch on the cheek.
Not a punch, actually, not a punch. She gives him a
Slap.
good, a slap. When it's open-handed,
slap
yeah,
on the cheek.
a slap on the cheek, exactly. You can just say she slaps him. She slaps him, or she gives him a slap on the cheek, but she slaps him is fine as well. She slaps him. Very good.
Face.
In the face. She slaps him in the face, across the face, round the face. We use a few different prepositions there, but excellent. Okay, really
Can
good.
we say, sorry, I have a question. Can we say the woman mistook the child for his dinner partner? Something like this.
Yeah, she mixed them up. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, she thought that she didn't know the child was there, did she? I wouldn't. That's the thing. It's a bit. It's not quite appropriate here, just because she didn't know the child was there. If you mistake somebody for somebody, then you think that somebody is someone else.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to be sure. Yeah.
I'm afraid, Sergey, we're going to have to move on because I wanted to just try and make sure everybody got a chance to speak. So I think there is Igor here as well. Igor? And I think I've seen Stefano around somewhere as well. So yeah, Stefano or Igor? Who is ready? You can do one picture each and we'll just finish off after that. So perhaps Igor first. Can you hear me, Igor? Can you
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, have a look at this picture. What can you see?
Oh, this is probably some kind of picnic, I guess. Summertime. And the guy is sitting next to his girlfriend. I hope that this is girlfriend. Let's hope that this is consensual. And then he goes somewhere else and to pick up flowers, right?
Yeah, to pick flowers. We usually just say to pick.
To pick flowers. Okay, my bad.
Even though pick up is, very common, but yeah,
it's a different context, I guess.
It's just with flowers, I mean, I agree that pick up, he is picking them up, but we do just say to pick flowers, and it's a collocation. It just works like that.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there is like a bull, I guess, somewhere on the horizon, and he wants to, I don't know, be a part of this date, I guess. So he just follows the man with flowers, and the girl, she just freaks out. She's panicking, and he probably cannot understand what's the reason for that. This is just me with flowers, right? And then the bull starts eating the flowers, and and she's like, what, passed out, I guess?
Good. She passes out. Excellent. We have a few different ones. We could say she faints as well. She passes out. She loses consciousness. There are a few different ways you can put it, but pass out, I think, is the most common. Pass out and faint are much more common than lose consciousness. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? It's a bit of a mouthful, lose consciousness.
Yeah. And then I guess she just wakes up. The flowers are gone. The bull is gone, and they're just all confused, both of them.
Excellent. Okay, you did do that very quickly. Have another go, Igor. One more picture, then we'll move on to Stefano.
No, there is another guy who wants to be okay.
Go on. I'll give Stefano too if he does the first one quickly as well. But you did do that. It's a very quick one. Keep going. I can see you're very confident as well.
So there are a lot of these scenarios with guys looking at girls.
Relationships.
What the hell is up? Okay, so they're just like they look like pilots or something, like aviators or something. I don't know why. Maybe they're just, I don't know, racers or something. So the two guys standing on the side of the road, and the girl passes them, and it looks like she's heading to a picnic or something, or it's a beach. Okay. So then she changes, I guess. She changes her shoes, right? So dress shoes, she changes them to the flip-flops or something for this occasion. And then she's already in her swimsuit, and she's attracting quite a lot of male attention, I think.
I think so.
And then what's going on? Someone tries to kind of like hit on her.
Maybe, yeah, someone's trying to hit on her, yeah, like chat her up, hit on her, hit on somebody. Good.
Yeah, I know that kids nowadays they use this raise up.
They do.
You know?
It's I mean, being honest, not
Phrasal
so
verb.
often here in the UK, but yeah, I've heard that. I know they do in
Okay.
America, certainly. Well, I
All
think
right,
we use
so
chat up more often here.
yeah. All right, so and then I didn't understand her reaction, but she basically just goes just for a swim, right? And then by the time when she comes back from the water, she's covered with algae or some kind of like, I don't know, what is it? Like
Yes.
some kind of sea flora or something. No idea.
Sea, what do we call that stuff? Because I think I know what you're talking about.
Seaweed.
Seaweed.
Seaweed. Oh
Seaweed.
yeah, that's the
Maybe
better
she's
one.
covered in seaweed. Maybe it's algae. Maybe it's mud
Algae.
from the seabed. I'm not sure, being honest. It might even
What's the
be.
difference between seaweed and algae?
Algae is a biological organism, and so is seaweed, and they are different. You'll see I mean, algae is a microscopic organism. Seaweed is big. Seaweed,
Okay.
I think, contains a lot of iodine, and we've got lots of seaweed.
Maybe it's oil coming from that ship
It might be.
at the horizon.
It might
Maybe
be
a
oil from the ship.
pollution.
It could be an oil
Yeah.
spill. Exactly. It could be an
Yes.
oil spill. It's not clear, I must admit, from the pictures. I'm not sure what point he's making here, but I suppose it's just a dirty beach, but it could be seaweed. And of course, I don't really consider seaweed dirty, although it's natural dirt. Let's put it like that. It's a natural mess then. But fantastic, Igor. Very, very good. Let's move on to Stefano. Last couple of pictures now, Stefano. You can do two if you do the first one quite quickly.
Okay, Dave. Let's see what's going on here. There is a man going walking on the beach. He looks like a kind of a priest,
Yeah, I agree.
Someone really serious man. I don't know. There are two beautiful girls staring at him because he looks a little bit strange in his clothes and in his behavior.
Good. I would say prim and proper. He looks very prim and proper.
Prim and proper. Okay, prim and proper. And they are always going around him, and then he sit down on the beach. And maybe he felt the sun in his head. I don't know. Maybe he want to avoid being sunburned. And
avoid getting sunburnt. Good.
Okay, avoid getting sunburned. And he opens up his umbrella. He opens up his umbrella to protect himself from the sun.
Good.
And okay, then he wants to go in the water. No, he maybe want to refresh himself in the water after all that sun. And so he removes his glasses and he's going in the water.
He goes in the water. Then he goes in the water.
Okay, he goes in the water. The two girls goes near
the two girls go.
Sorry. Go near his things.
Good.
And they see a camera. And so they take advantage of the fact that the man is not there in that moment, and they start taking pictures each other maybe. Then the man come back. He doesn't realize anything and goes away.
Good, excellent. I think it will be a nice little present for him when he gets home and develops the film.
Really?
Wonderful, excellent. That was what was happening when I was in the water. Okay, keep going. Last one, Stefano. I think it's quite a simple one, this one.
Okay, there is an old man. He looks like a beggar, something like this.
Good.
Or really a depressed one. I don't know. He sit down on a bench. On a bench alone, very sad situation.
Good.
And then, even if the pictures are always fun, even if maybe they want to depict something sad, they are always funny.
Good.
And then, arriving close to the bench, a lot of little dogs, 3 little dogs.
Yeah, they run up to the bench again. I think it sounds really nice. Run over to the bench.
They run over to the bench. 3 little dogs, and then walk is a girl, a woman, well dressed, walk by this man and sit down on this bench. And the man doesn't believe what is happening, because he's really surprised. No, this woman, maybe it was plenty of years that we didn't see a woman like this. No, and so he smiled at her. Maybe he's staring at her, and he wants to approach her. No? He wants to approach, and he gets closer to her, and in the end, the girl ran away. And
the girl runs away.
Yes, the girl runs away, and the man is trying to catch her.
Excellent. You know, one other word just before we finish, guys, just to show you how flexible that up to is. You can even say he cuddles up to her. And it's exactly the same as run up to, walk up to, go up to, come up to. He's cuddling up to her. He's approaching her with a cuddle, with a hug. Hug up to doesn't work, but cuddle up to certainly does. And I think we use that word cuddle much more often than hug. I rarely say hug, if I'm honest, although it's a good word. It's widespread. But I think cuddle is much more frequently used. And so, yeah, he cuddles up to her. Go on. Embrace is quite formal. It's still a good word, you know, but it's more literary, I would say. I don't think I've ever heard any of my friends say he embraced her, even though, you know, I'm well aware they all know the word, and yeah, it's the kind of word which you find more often in literature in written form than in spoken form in conversation. Okay, so very good for today, guys. I'm going to have to disappear now because I've got a student coming, but that was fantastic. I'll put the video up later if you want to watch anything again, and I'll put the the feedback on the in the grammar shed under this video as well, so that you can check for any mistakes or new vocabulary. I'll put that all on the feedback document. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Okay, my pleasure, guys. I will see you all next week, same place, same time.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
See you all.
Bye-bye.
See you next week,
Bye.
guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
See you soon. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Nice weekend.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.